Good morning guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is a very small miniature perfume haul from Fragrance By. So these perfumes were kindly gifted to me from Fragrance By. If you have not heard of them, they are a Canadian-based discount fragrance company that does ship to the US. They have great shipping times, great customer service, and a ton of different perfumes to pick from. Designer, niche, celebrity, pretty much anything you can think of that you might want, you can find on Fragrance By. So I will link these perfumes down below, and if you're interested in any other fragrances, you can also find a lot of them there as well. And I will have a link down below to where you can shop on their site. So I'm really excited to share these two perfumes with you. I've never talked about these perfumes before on my channel. One of them was highly requested. A lot of people have been asking me for my thoughts on it. And the other one is a really beautiful scent from Byredo that I've never discussed on this channel before. And I'm just super excited to share my thoughts with you. And if this is your first time on my channel, thank you so much for stopping by. My name is Alithia, and on this channel we do talk a lot about perfume. So if that is something that you like, feel free to head on down and subscribe. And with that out of the way, let's get started in today's video. All right, guys, good morning. So today is a little bit of a rainy, gloomy day. So we're dealing with a little bit lower lighting conditions. It's actually, what time is it now? Come on, phone, work for me here. It's 6:21 in the morning. I have been awake since 3:45 because I just got done working night shift, so my body is all kinds of messed up, and B, I was so hungry at 3:45 in the morning that I just had to get up and eat something. And by the way, if you guys don't want the commentary, skip ahead. I will put a timestamp as to when the actual perfume content starts, but I know some of you like the chit-chat at the beginning, some of you don't. So do feel free to skip ahead if that is what you would like to do. But yeah, I have basically started going back to my old ways, which is training very, very heavily and eating a certain way designed for muscle growth, which for a while I kind of put that on the back seat and I was kind of just being willy-nilly with my fitness. You know, I was going to the gym, but I wasn't really focusing on it all that much. I wasn't really trying to grow my muscles all that much. I was basically just maintaining a healthy weight, I guess. But you know, fitness has always been so important to me, and I actually am a certified fitness trainer. That's something I did 10 years ago now. Actually, I took my training for that just as like a hobby because it was something that I loved to do so much. And I've actually done bodybuilding competitions and stuff like that. Well, one competition. And when I went back to nursing school, that was when everything sort of fell apart. I didn't really fall apart. I still maintained my fitness, but I lost a lot of muscle mass during the time I was in nursing school because I was stressed out. I wasn't eating properly. I wasn't going to the gym as consistently. It just was not the priority. And I did end up losing like probably 5 pounds of muscle, which on a woman is a lot of muscle. So anyway, long story short, I have been for the last couple of weeks to a month getting much more focused in that area, and it feels really, really good, you guys. But yeah, one of the downsides of growing muscle, if you can consider there to be a downside, is that you do wake up hungry. You wake up very hungry, and you know, you're hungry all day, you eat all day, and you still wake up hungry. So anyway, that's a really good sign. It shows that my metabolism is increasing, which means I'm gaining muscle, which is phenomenal. So I feel great. So I've already been up since 3:30 this morning. I watched a little bit of commentary on YouTube. I had some eggs and some rice cakes and peanut butter and banana. And I'm just finishing my first cup of coffee of the day. And then I thought I would make a video for you guys. So let's get on into it. If you guys are interested in more fitness stuff, please comment down below and let me know, or hit me up over on Instagram. By the way, if you're not following me on Instagram, head on over and follow me if you like home decor, perfumes, handbags, shoes, fitness, all that kind of stuff. That's like my jam. I love home life. I love fitness. I love perfumes. I love handbags. I love, I guess, all the things a lot of women love. So yeah, with that out of the way, let's get started in this video. I just have 2 perfumes to talk to you about in today's video, and it's going to be like a pretty quick one. All right, so the first fragrance, you guys, is one that has been highly requested for me to talk about on my channel. I get people actually writing me on Instagram all the time. In fact, I had somebody write me last night and ask me what were my thoughts on the Mont Blanc Signature. This has been getting a lot of hype, I think, in the perfume community. There's been a lot of perfume channels talking about this one, and I have been meaning to check this out for a while. I wasn't like dying to check it out, I guess, because I looked at the notes and I just had a feeling that there would be something about it that I didn't like, and I'll talk more about that in a moment. So this is Mont Blanc Signature. To be honest, you guys, I haven't really tried out a whole lot from the house or from the designer Mont Blanc. And I don't think that a lot of the Mont Blanc fragrances are particularly popular. So first I'll give you an update of the perfume bottle, or an update. I'm still tired, you guys. It's still like so early here. I'll give you a close-up of the bottle. So it comes in this really beautiful white, like multifaceted bottle. It looks almost like a little bit icy, or a little bit like glass. Well, I mean, it is glass. Okay, you guys, I should probably just go back to bed. It looks a little bit like a piece of jewelry is what I'm trying to say. And then on the top of the lid, you do have this really cute little gold flower, and then it just says Mont Blanc. And this is a 30 ml bottle, in case you guys were wondering. So the notes that you have in here are actually quite simple. It's a pretty simple composition. You have clementine in the opening. In the middle, you have ylang-ylang, magnolia, and peony. And in the base, you have vanilla, musk, and benzoin. So benzoin, a very sensual, kind of sexy, warm note. You've got that vanilla, which everybody loves. You've got a little bit of ylang-ylang, so like a yellow floral, summery kind of vibe. And then you've got like a sweet fruit in the opening. Okay, I can see why so many people like this. I can totally understand why so many people like it. I would say this is very mass-pleasing, very soft, very feminine, very light. Not particularly young. I wouldn't see this on somebody in their teens or early 20s. I think late 20s and up probably. And it's a very pretty perfume. Let me spray it on a blotter. I have tried this on my skin, by the way, you guys. I wore this yesterday and tested it out, so I know what it smells like on the skin, and I have like an idea as to how long it lasts and how much it projects and that kind of thing, but let's put it on a blotter card. So this is really, really beautiful. It's very beautiful. It's a really pretty, slightly citrusy, fruity, mostly vanilla perfume. It's quite powdery for me. It's quite powdery, quite musky. It's a very pretty scent. It's a very nice scent. I'm sure you guys can tell in my voice, I'm not super excited about this one. And I kind of had a feeling I wouldn't be. I just had a feeling I wouldn't be. And if I can compare this to another perfume off the top of my head, the first thing it reminds me of is Dama Bianca from Xerjoff. Not that it smells just like Dama Bianca, but it's somewhere in that fragrance category. Dama Bianca is also a fruity, powdery vanilla that opens with they have a really interesting note. I think it's kumquat maybe in the Dama Bianca, but it opens up with like a sweet, sort of an orangey, citrusy opening, and then it becomes all about the florals, and then it becomes like this powdery violet, and it's very beautiful. This is similar to Dama Bianca in that sense. If you like Dama Bianca, I think you would probably like this, and vice versa. You guys may recall I am not a fan of Dama Bianca. I mean, I like it and I liked it, but there was something about it that just I did not like wearing. It was something about the mixture of that fruity opening with the vanilla that kind of bothered me a little bit. I'm not sure what it is. I've had this problem before. For example, Ylang and Gold from Mikolev, absolutely stunning, but I don't always enjoy wearing a super fruity vanilla. I don't know what it is. Sometimes they just bother me, and this is one of those fruity vanillas that I just am not in love with it. I'll just be honest, I'm just not in love with it. I think that a lot of you would really, really like this though. I think this is a very safe perfume. I think it's a great gift idea, especially if you're buying for somebody who is not really a fragrance connoisseur. They don't collect, they haven't smelled every perfume in the world. They're somebody who's fairly new to the world of perfume. I think most people would smell this and think it smells really, really nice. And they would be like, oh my gosh, that's so pretty, because it's a very, I don't want to say it's basic, but it's a very basic, simple, likable, clean, powdery, fruity vanilla. Not overly citrusy. Yeah, it's really nice. And I have had this on my skin, like I said. I didn't find it to have great projection, and I didn't find it to have great longevity. I'm sure that if you sprayed generously and lots of it, it might last, or if you put it on your clothing, I'm sure it probably lasts longer. I only did a few sprays on my arm, but I can tell you that in comparison to the perfume I'm about to talk about, for example, this one had minimal projection. I could pick it up on myself, but it wasn't like significant. It wasn't anything noteworthy. And it didn't disappear right away, but I didn't find that I was catching wafts of it throughout the day. I didn't find that I could smell it later on in the day. It kind of just was like very subtle and very soft and very light. And yeah, I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous, don't get me wrong, but I'm just not wowed by it. I'm just not like, in love with it. That being said though, if you're looking for an easy everyday scent, something that would be appropriate for the office, for work, I could see teachers wearing this, I could see nurses wearing this. And yeah, it's very similar to Dama Bianca. Dama Bianca I think has better performance than this one. This is very affordable though. You can catch these bottles on Fragrance By for, I can't remember the exact price, I'll try to find it and put it on the screen for you, but pretty inexpensive, you guys. This is a very good choice if you want something likable, easy, and not too expensive that most people will enjoy. So the next one in this really beautiful, clean looking bottle, which is very appropriate for the scent, is from Byredo, and this is Blanche. Now, this is a fragrance that I smelled in person. I told you guys I was recently at a Byredo counter and I was able to smell all the Byredos, and I love Byredo, you guys. I really love Byredo. There's so many beautiful scents. I still have another fragrance from them that I really want, which is Lil Fleur, which if I get that one, I'll talk to you about it in another video, but I think it's such a beautiful floral scent, and it was kind of between this one and Lil Fleur. Those were the two fragrances that jumped out at me that I really liked, that I could see being in my collection. So this is a special edition bottle, which is why it doesn't have the black writing or the black cap, and this is a 100 ml bottle. So all of the Byredos do come in this beautiful, simplistic packaging, very minimalist. If I have to be honest, you guys, I do prefer the black cap and the black writing. I just think that is very classic Byredo. I was kind of not really shocked, but I was surprised to see the white cap, although it does suit the fragrance very nicely because this is a very clean, white, crisp smelling fragrance. And of course it does have the signature Byredo magnetized cap. Ooh, it's very noisy. And on the cap, it does have the B that stands for Byredo. So this one is a very clean aldehydic fragrance. So in the opening, you have aldehydes, rose, and pink pepper, although the most notable or potent of those is that those aldehyde notes. In the middle, you have peony, violet, and African orange flowers. So you do have a few soft florals in the middle that don't really come through very strongly. And then in the base, you have another more prominent scent profile, which is that musky, woody component. So you have woody notes, you have musk, and you have sandalwood. So essentially what this smells like let's just be honest and call it what it is. It smells like laundry. Like, it smells like clean linens. This is a fresh, clean scent, but it's not fresh out of the shower clean. It's fresh laundry clean. So it doesn't smell shampooey. It doesn't smell like that Chance Au Tendre feeling where you have like the shampooey, citrusy fruitiness of it. This is more like you're clean, but then you just put on a freshly pressed shirt. So I actually wore this yesterday and my daughter told me that I smelled really good, and she said that I smelled like fresh, dry, cleaned clothing. So even my daughter, who's 12 years old, was able to pick up on the fact that this smells like fresh laundry. So I think that's just what you get from it. And I'll be totally honest, when I first spray this, it's very overwhelmingly laundry to me. It's very overwhelmingly like linen, clean clothing. It's almost sharp in a sense. It's almost like too clean and fresh and sharp in the beginning. However, after it starts to dry down, that's when it becomes very, very likable. And I really enjoy the sillage that I get from this. I really enjoy that fresh, clean sense that I get from this. It starts to smell sort of soft, literally just like you are wearing a really nice, clean, laundered shirt and you just smell very soapy. I don't know, it just makes you smell fresh and clean. And who doesn't want to smell fresh and clean? So, you know, this really is a beautiful scent, you guys. It's very, very pretty. And I think it smells sharper at the atomizer than it does when you actually spray it. Sorry, by the way, if you can hear vehicles in the background. I think it's garbage day. But yeah, this is just a lovely, soft, clean, floral, fresh, linen-y scent. My first thought is clean laundry. My second thought is soap, like bar soap. And I really like it. I don't have anything else in my collection that is this soapy. I don't have anything else that is this clean. My first impression is I really like it. I mean, this was one of the ones that I really liked at the counter. I thought it just smelled beautiful, clean, elegant. It's always a good look to smell clean and fresh. That never goes out of style. I think this would be a great scent to wear to the gym. I think this would be an okay scent to wear in more sensitive environments, but you would have to go very light on it because when you first spray it, it can be a bit sharp, it can be a bit strong. I think if I was going to wear this to work, for example, in a healthcare setting, I would spray very, very soft. And it would kind of just give that illusion, not illusion, I guess, because hopefully I am clean, but it would give that vibe that, you know, I just walked past you and I'm wearing very freshly clean laundered scrubs or whatever. I do think that this could be bothersome to some people. It is very strong. I think it's probably pretty polarizing. I don't think it's a safe blind buy. It just smells fresh and clean. It just smells fresh and clean. So I definitely need to take some more time with this one. I've never had a perfume quite like this before. That's really all I can say about Blanche. If you guys have any experience with Blanche, let me know down below. How do you find it? From the reviews I was reading on Fragrantica, a lot of people said that it wasn't like a love, but at the same time, they couldn't believe how much they were wearing it. So I feel like this might be one of those perfumes that it's not super special. It doesn't jump off the shelf at me, but I feel like it would be a fairly easy reach as well. So yeah, that is Byredo Blanche. Oh, by the way, projection on this was pretty good for the first like few minutes, and then it became softer. And I would say this had like moderate, like weak to moderate longevity, and probably like weak to moderate sillage. Not that it was terrible. I've definitely had worse, but this just wasn't very strong. It wasn't super, super bold. So, which is kind of what I expected from Byredo. And again, I haven't sprayed this like all over my clothing yet, so I don't really know. You know, this is still very much first impression, but that's just how I feel about this one. So I will come back and update you guys on these two perfumes at some point in the future and let you know how I feel about them. So you guys, that was it for this little tiny haul from Fragrance By. So I hope that you guys enjoyed hearing my thoughts on these two perfumes. The clear winner for me between these two is the Blanche. I just think the Blanche smells so clean and so crisp and just very effortless and very kind of expensive, because I think, like I said, I think it's a very good look to smell clean and to smell fresh, and I really love that freshly laundered vibe. Between these two, I definitely like Blanche. I think it's a beautiful fragrance. I think it's very nicely done, and the Mont Blanc Signature sort of fell flat for me, but let me know down below. I still can't talk, you guys, it's too early. Let me know down below your thoughts on these fragrances, and I'll see you all very soon. So that was it for today's video, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed hearing my thoughts on these perfumes, and I would also love to hear your thoughts down below, and I will see you all very soon in my next video. Bye for now.